I can see it in your eyes that you are restless. The time has come for you to leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now listen to the testimonials from Sir Lino Escalona's colleagues, friends, scholars, and family.
Like many of us here today, I got to know Sir Lino Escalona through work, where he was a very conscientious person, and I speak for all of ISATU community when I say how very much he will be missed. I am glad to have this opportunity to share just a few of Lino's generosity to our students and alumni with you. Sir Lino is an alumnus of this university, and once he has graduated and having stayed at Guam, he took part in the Guam Alumni Association. Through this association, he was able to help our students through providing numerous scholarship grants for WVCST and now ISAT University. Legacy is a very overused word these days. It seems that everyone and everything has to have one, but with Sir Lino, it is true he has left behind a very real legacy which will affect the way we do things at ISATU, particularly in our students' scholarship. When all is said and done, however much work and contributions we give in this lifetime, it is the people that you meet and have helped that really matter. And because of and through Sir Lino, we in the university have shared something special. To his family, our deepest and sincerest sympathies. May his legacy through our scholars live on.
At the outset, I would like to express my sincere condolences to the family of the late Catalino Oropel Escalona Jr. For several years already, we used to call each other pariente. Being so is not because we are related by blood or by affinity, but we are pariente per accidens. When almost everybody was craving to learn how to manipulate the Facebook, Mr. Escalona posted photos of their family occasion and tagged almost all his relatives. To my surprise, I was tagged and I painstakingly browsed the photos only to find out that my face does not appear in any one of them. I then sent him a message saying, "Thank you, Pariente, for sharing to me these pictures." After that, we call each other Pariente. I know Pariente Lino when I became president of the WVCST Alumni Association in 2002. I was looking for him because I learned that he is the founding president of the ISAT WVCST Association in Guam. Personally, I would like to see him to express my admiration for his lofty goals worthy of emulation. And these are the increasing sponsorship of scholarship grants by the alumni and friends in Guam, and their generosity in sponsoring the expansion of the alumni dormitory. The first time we met, I observed him to be soft-spoken, cool, and sincere person. He shared his experience on how they started the Alumni Association in Guam, how it grew and attracted more members. Even those who did not graduate from ISAT and WVCST would like to enroll even in the crash courses just to become members of the ISAT WVCST Guam Alumni Association. When the US base in Japan planned to relocate in Guam sometime in 2007, the Guam government announced that they may need workers to work on the base expansion. The Guam Alumni Chapter, through the leadership of their founding president, Lino Escalona, and the officers of the Guam chapter, did not lose time in informing WVCST of the planned expansion. With the help of former Senator Jesse Lujan, the WVCST contingent, headed by former President Luis Sorolla, Doc Susan de la Cruz, Sir Rick Abalenia, Engineer Andy Moncada, Engineer Rolly Gamble, and yours truly, conducted exploratory talks with the Guam contractors, industries, and the Guam legislature for the possible deployment of workers who are graduates of ISAT and WVCST. Had a base expansion pushed through, the deployment could be called the second Rojas camp. I could not forget the moment that the Speaker of the Guam legislature conveyed to us that the ISAT WVCST Guam Alumni Association has been recognized by the Guam government as one of their able partners for development. We were treated with a very warm Ilonggo hospitality, although we are far from home. And we had the privilege of touring around Guam with Mr. Escalona and other Guam alumni presidents as our excellent chauffeurs and tourist guides. In 2010, I returned to Guam to grace the coronation of their Miss ISAT WVCST Alumni Teen Search and be their encomium speaker. It was repeated in 2017 when the Miss ISAT WVCST Guam had their coronation that was attended by the Filipino community in Guam. In these two occasions, the address I declare in Guam is the Escalona's residence indebted to. Pariente Lino is a very sincere friend, a committed and dedicated worker who gets tasks done, a talented and skillful leader endowed with wits and convincing power that attracts people to join his advocacy. He is the go-to man during calls for donation and worthwhile projects. And mind you, he is the ever-ready song leader and community singing during gatherings. If I am going to enumerate his contributions to his alma mater in general and the Alumni Association in particular, the number might surpass your wish list this Christmas, including your New Year's resolution. But ladies and gentlemen, one thing is certain, and I can say this without fear of contradiction. We may have lost Mr. Catalino Lino Oropel Escalona Jr., but his legacy will continue to linger in our hearts and minds. Thank you and goodbye for now, Pariente Lino. But we will see you in the morning.
Life is fleeting, so we make the most of our time here on earth as we await to be reunited with our Creator. That is exactly what Sir Lino Escalona did in his time here with us on earth. He was one of the most sincere and generous human beings a lot of us have known. As president of the ISAT U Alumni Association Guam Chapter, he did his best to be able to provide numerous scholarships to our students. This is his legacy to ISAT U and his community. Even if he was not anymore in Iloilo, yet he found ways to be able to reach out to those who needed help. Sir Lino, madamo gid nga salamat sa tanan-tanan mo nga bulig sa mga nagakinahanglan, labi na gid sa taga-ISAT U. You will always be remembered for your kind heart. God's words provide tremendous strength and power during times of loss. Let us all be comforted by the words of Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10, and Philippians chapter 4, verse 7, respectively. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. To the family of the late Sir Lino Escalona, deepest sympathies and sincere prayers from the men and women of the ISATU External Affairs. May Sir Lino rest peacefully in the eternal embrace of our Lord till we meet again.
Whenever the name of Sir Lino Escalona is mentioned, what immediately comes to my mind is Guam and the scholarship through MIGS. The group organized by Sir Lino, which helped the many financially handicapped students of ISAT, also called WVCST or ISATU. Sir Lino was a blessing to many, his friends, colleagues, and family. But he is best remembered for his generous heart, who is always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. He graduated in the former Iloilo School of Arts and Trades and found success in his endeavor in Guam, United States of America. His heart is strongly anchored to ISAT University, and he is a familiar face during alumni homecomings and other gatherings, always ready to help and support this institution. Through his initiative, he organized the Filipinos in Guam and called themselves MIGS. They pulled together some resources and generously provided scholarship funds to enable many ISAT students to graduate, be gainfully employed, and found better lives than their lives before. They also conducted humanitarian services by providing assistance to some groups and poor communities in the spirit of sharing and giving, loving and serving. It is through his efforts that I and several ISAT or WVCST officials were able to visit Guam for some educational and social activities with the Ilonggo groups there. Indeed, Sir Lino had been the lifeblood of the many exciting activities since the presidency of the late Dr. Renato V. Alba, then myself, and now Dr. Raul Muyong. Now, Sir Lino is back in the arms of the Lord, our God, our Maker. For all the good things he had done for ISAT, WVCST, and ISATU, we gratefully say thank you. Thank you, Sir Lino, for the untiring support to this institution. Thank you for the many lives you had helped towards a better life. Thank you for the many exciting and fun-filled activities you had generously supported. As we bid goodbye to Sir Lino, may I recite these lines. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey has just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days nor years. Think how he must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and Sir Lino was loved so much. Sir Lino, indeed, it hurts to say goodbye, but we want to say thank you for everything. Have a pleasant journey to our eternal home. Farewell, Sir Lino. Farewell.
First of all, I would like to express our deep and sincere condolences to the bereaved family of Mr. Lino Escalona. It was 2 days before his return to our Creator. I was still able to come to their house for a visit. I went there to ask who is the current president of the ISAT U Alumni Association Guam Chapter. That purpose is for me to know, so I could request the Guam Chapter President for a short message for the upcoming 2021 virtual homecoming. Ross, his wife, told me it was him. But at that time, Lino was already ill. Ross said, hopefully, he will be well soon. Unexpectedly, 2 days after, I have learned from Attorney Sombero's post through social media about his untimely death. As his comrade, it was first-hand to accept that he was no longer in this world. Very hard to believe, but that was a fact that I have to accept. My association with Lino started when we met personally. That was in the late 80s. I was dean at the College of Education at that time. Despite the length of time we meet, I have lots of memorable moments with him. One thing that I cannot forget about him was his brand of leadership and a passion to exchange views, especially about the education of those who have less in life. Our relationship further developed into friendship when the group of the Alumni Board of Directors visited Guam. That opportunity must have paved the way for the alumni to be employed in Guam, hosted by their own chapter and the MIGs, had it not for the sudden change of the world's order. From that time on, we remained connected and we became very close, such that he was instrumental in helping me secure financial aid from the members of MEGS. That support was for the medicine of the mentally retarded boy I was supporting from Hanimay. Through his initiative and with the help of MEGS, we were able to extend assistance also to the Don Manuel Arnaldo Memorial School in Milibili, Rojas City. There were 120 tablet armchairs donated in that school after the devastating Typhoon Yolanda. Personally, I must say that Lino was a very calm person, generous, caring, and loving, ever ready to extend assistance. Every year, when the MEGs are in Iloilo, he would always invite me to be with them during the culminating activities. Now, my brother, my friend, a partner in the development of our human resource is gone. To you, my friend, may you rest at peace. For sure, everyone will be missing you. Farewell, my friend. Farewell, my brother, Lino.
On behalf of the Office of Student Affairs and Services, we are one with the family of Sir Lino Escalona as they mourn for his loss. Sir Lino's contribution as the founding president of ISAT U Alumni Guam Chapter scholarship program has played a significant role in the lives of our scholars. ISAT University will always be grateful to you, Sir Lino, and to your family for your generosity and benevolence. Our scholars will always remember you as the hardworking and passionate Tatay Lino. Madamo gini salamat, and we know you are at peace now.
To Maninay Rose Escalona and to my entire Escalona family, relatives and friends of Sir Lino Escalona, thank you all for being virtually present today to give Sir Lino Escalona a proper send-off to the kingdom of our Creator. I met Sir Lino Escalona when I was a dormer at Iloilo Science and Technology University dormitory, when his group ISAT Alumni in Guam and the MIGs visited us, and as one of the student resident of the dormitory, he asked me some question about our status and experiences inside the dormitory. During that time, the dormitory is not well organized. The fixtures are all temporary since it was made from recycled materials, and the amenities were limited. After I told them our story, he and his group made a lot of efforts to improve the ISAT U Alumni Dormitory amenities and become more worthy to stay. His numerous initiatives to help his alma mater, especially in the Student Scholarship Program, and also to the programs and projects of ISAT U Alumni Association, serves as an inspiration to all ISATU stakeholders. As an advisor of ISAT U Alumni Guam Chapter Scholars Association, I witnessed of how Sir Lino Escalona loves the program and the scholarship as well. As a friend and a life coach, Sir Lino Escalona is like a bridge in a wide river that connects the urban road wherein a lot of jeepneys and trucks that passes it by. He is willing to carry the load kahit gaano pa kabigat at siya ay apakan. Okay lang as long as he can help the needy and worth to be helped. Even if he confronted people in authority, sacrifices his personal resources, and put his relationship to his friends in trouble, he will do it. He is like an oxygen most of the time and a toxic sometimes in the air, that if you need to breathe, you just inhale it and you will be relieved. And even if you inhale it, but he feels that it is not useful for you, he will do all the means for you to learn, and you will discover that what you are doing is bad for you. He is not a person that will tell you that stop it is not correct. But instead, he will give you an opportunity to discover of what is right and wrong. His advices to me made me who I am now. During the time that my health was in trouble and no one I can call upon, he spared his busy time and brought me to hospital. My association with Sir Lino Escalona is not limited only for his philanthropic works, but also to some enjoying moment. He spared time with us, with our family occasions, laughing with my wife and kids, where we share stories. For me, I consider Sir Lino Escalona as my second tatay. He believes that we can rise by lifting others. Sir Lino Escalona's physical body will be gone to us, but what he has done to us will remain forever. Sir Lino Escalona, my tokayo, and our maninoy, I promise that basta't makaya ko, I will be of help to others, and I will continue to influence others to do the same. Salamat to what you have done to me and to others. My salute to you, Maninoy. Paalam.
I testify how great Sir Lino is, how pure his heart to help students. He is not just a founder to us, but he is also a father. He always check if you're okay, if you're doing fine with your studies. And he always asks, "Ti, kamusta ka?" every meeting you have. He always share his words of wisdom. He always support us in every decision that we make, in every activities we have. He mold us to be a better person. He always remind us to help each other. Si Sir Lino wala ibang ambisyo kundi ang magbulig. If hindi tungod ka na, wala ako may magamit sa sining nga online class. The memories that we have will always be in my heart, and his legacy will continue.
I am Neil John Horteliosa, one of the scholars of Guam Alumni Scholars Association, hereby testify all of the greatness of our Sir Lino. It might be a short amount of time that we were able to spend, but I was convinced of how pure his heart is. His eagerness to help us students, I felt all of it, to the point that he is much more concerned of our studies than we students must be. He always consults us if we are doing good or if we are experiencing any difficulties or problems in our studies. I know and I could felt that he has high hopes for us to be a successful one someday. It is not because of our performance or based on our grades. It is just he simply trusts us that we can do it and we will be. I always say that there are no pure-hearted human being that exist here on earth, but not until I met him. Thank you for all of the advice and learnings that you have shared upon us. Rest assured that all of your efforts will not go in vain, and your legacy will continue eternally. Till we meet again, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria P. Escalona, the sister of Mr. Lino Escalona. I'm the current secretary of the ISAT U Alumni Association Guam Chapter. Today I am going to deliver the written message of the current Vice President of the ISATU Alumni Association in Guam. And this is it from Mr. Julieto Santillanosa. Today, we honor, respect, and remember a good man, a husband, father, and grandfather, who touched and enriched the lives of so many in many different ways. Our founding and president of the Alumni Association in Guam, formerly ISAT, Iloilo School of Arts and Trades, where he graduated with high honors above his peers, went to Guam to work and reside there, and later founded the so-called ISATU Alumni Association of Guam. Reaching out, sponsors are among his likely work to do. Successfully made the dreams of scholar students into reality. If I remember, and I quote on his message to me, sometimes I wonder how we can raise funds for emergencies so we don't have to drain our general fund. Just something to think about. God will make a way. We pray that things will be better for all of us. Take care always with your loved ones. As I read, I paused, thinking of his last words. But then another message on my screen appeared. Sige, halong lang sa trabaho. Missed you all for, with a big exclamation mark. I simply answered on his message. Tiway ng Lino, I'm working this time, message you later. And he sent me his reaction of praise. A reaction from Lino that I think he knows that somewhere he will find comfort in this difficult time. At such time, it is important to remember the good memories we all shared with Lino Escalona, and by holding our hands together, remembering those memories, we can focus on the good we had together and by helping each other to continue his vision, seeing the path ahead for the betterment of those who deserve his best offer. We, the officers and members of now Iloilo Science and Technology University Alumni Association Guam Chapter. So please, for the passing of our founding president, let's take a moment to shift our thoughts from how much we will miss him. His plans for ISATU scholarship program, to the funny moments of joy and laughter we shared with him. Relive it in your thoughts and feel it positively, his dreams and vision that once he shared with us before. His accomplishments and his legacy speaks louder of him. Never easy to say goodbye to Nonglino Escalona. Farewell. May your soul find comfort on God's place in heaven and continue watching and guiding us always. Rest in peace, Nonglino. From Julieto Santillanosa, Vice President, ISAT U Alumni Association, Guam Chapter.
Madamong nga salamat sa akong pinalangga nga bana nga nangin haligi sa amon panimalay. Ginapabugal ko ang mga maayo nga binuhatan mo nga nangin ihimplo sa aton anak kag mga apo. Nakigbuylog sila sa pagbulig sa pareho nga wala nagapaabot sing bagos. Madamo man nga salamat sa mga sponsors nga nag-cooperar kag magapadayon sa iyang legasiya nga gintukod. Dako ang inyong ginbulig para matagan ang mga nagakinahanglan. Madamo mga salamat sa tanan nga nagbuylog sa amon kalisod. Kabalo ka kung ano kanamon kapalangga, labi na ginang imo pamilya, kauturan, kag paryentihan. Matawang haway nga panglakaton sa amon pinalangga nga ligi sang puluyan. Madamo nga salamat.
I can see it in your eyes that you are restless. The time has come for you to leave. It's so hard to let you go, but in this life I know you have to be who you were made to be. As you step out on the road, I'll say a prayer, so that in my heart you always will be there. This is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again, so let your life begin, 'cause this is not goodbye. It's just I love you to take with you until you're home again. The stirring in your soul has left you wondering, should you stay or turn around? Well, just remember that your dreams, they are a promise, that you were made to change the world. So don't let fear stop you now, 'cause this is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again, so let your life begin, 'cause this is not goodbye. It's just I love you to take with you until you're home again. Oh, I know the bright brightest star above was created by the one who loved more than we'll ever know, to guide you when you're lost. What started as a still small voice is raging now, and your only choice is to follow who you are. So follow who you are, 'cause this is not goodbye.